Do what you do, mama.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Crypto Kids.
Slippery,
All
slippery.
right, all right, all right.
Yes, I am your host, Chocolate Gold Bay, and I have with me today a special guest, Mr. Alvin Thomas, aka the Gold Banker.
How do, how do. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, indeed. And also we got Sister L. Ruby Thomas, who will be helping us out with the production.
Right.
And greetings everyone else in the room. If you're not on the camera, then we won't be able to see you. But before we get started, let's go ahead and set the expectations for this workshop.
Okay. So please note, this is a recorded workshop and your consent and participation is needed. The recording will not be shared with the public unless otherwise stated, in which you will be informed and your consent required. The recording is for your own our own personal development and record. If you have not done so already, please help us keep our records of attendance by sending your email address to the chat to the host directly. You can use any email you like. However, Gmail will be required to sync to our Pennies of Gold calendar and receive the worksheet. Most importantly, P2G is an educational and networking platform. We are not financial advisors. We are a network of individuals who took an interest in the industry of money, then took that knowledge, came together, and put it into practice for ourselves. And since we believe each one teach one, we educate on and share what we have found. The education is free. Your participation in any platform or business opportunity is optional. Finally, remember to always practice courtesy in this space. Please mute your mics while others are demonstrating or speaking. Raise your hands to interrupt if you have a question by clicking on the reaction button in the control panel or by typing your question in the chat. And your questions and concern will be answered as soon as possible. Now that we have set the proper expectations, please locate your reactions button and give me a thumbs up to show that you acknowledge and agree. Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, awesome. Thank you all. Thank you all. So how is everyone doing?
Good, good, good.
Well,
Yes.
thank you. In motion.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming in and joining us anyway. I'm excited. You know, today is family day. And so bring the babies in the room and let them learn as well. Today, we are going to talk about crypto. We're going to talk about two coins, actually, Bitcoin and Tron. And then we're going to get into the technology behind it and ways that you can actually earn and build as a community, right? So let's get started. What is crypto? What is Bitcoin? Well, we have a video actually that will explain it for you very simple. And it's a fun video. I love this video.
Okay, let's get it.
What's up, guys? It's the Krypto Kidz, and today it has been 3 whole years from when we uploaded our first video, What is Bitcoin? And by far our most watched video of all time. So we decided we are going to do an updated video about what Bitcoin is, because lots of things have changed and lots of things have happened since then. And also, Kea, I got braces. 'Cause I love your smile. So right before we start, we're gonna watch our video and we're gonna do a quick reaction. But before that, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. What's up, y'all? It's the Krypto Kid, and my channel is about teaching kids about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies and helping them understand it. First question: what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin and any other type of cryptocurrencies is digital money. This right here is a dollar bill. Yep, this is definitely a $1 bill. This is also money. This is silver. Silver. If I want to buy something, I could use it to exchange it for something else. Because you and me believe the story that this dollar bill is worth something. Bitcoin is one of the coolest stories about money, because instead of paper money or metal, we can use digital money or code. Isn't that cool? Let's use an example. Say you want to buy something from the store. I could use paper money. Let's say my sister has a book I want to buy for $1. Can I have that book, please? There you go. Thank you. I kissed him. Now can I have a receipt? Yep, here you go. We have just completed a transaction. She got my dollar, and I got my book and a receipt. But instead of having people and a receipt, Bitcoin is exchanged over the internet. And instead of only me and my sister getting a receipt, everyone can get a receipt. This is called a blockchain. Blockchain. In the future, we won't need paper or metal anymore. We can just use code, or to be more specific, we can use Bitcoin. It's awesome because it's faster, safer, cheaper, and easier.
A few moments later.
Now I'm going to send my sister a Bitcoin instead of paper money. I have a digital wallet, and she has a digital wallet. And that's where we store our money. Camera. You open the app. Now I'm going to send my sister a Bitcoin. Thank you. Wait, where's my book? Now smash the like button and the subscribe button in the link down below. My next video will be about the blockchain. Later, guys. Woo!
Game over.
Woo!
Siren in the background. So that was our little reaction of what is Bitcoin video.
Now let's get on to what has happened since then. So we just watched the video and we have lots of things to say about it. So first of all,
You were so tiny.
but you sound so like
Cookie. I didn't down like
so
that.
basically there's so many things that were so like trash in the intro. Like one time my shirt was literally just backwards and I was just speaking.
And the thing I've noticed about the video is that Bitcoin has changed like a lot.
Like Bitcoin is now like so much bigger than it was 3 years ago. And how did
Yeah.
37,000 people watch this? That's just the question I have right now.
I was trying to learn cryptocurrency from a child.
How would 37,000 people watch this one video and click on it?
Wow, I got 500 likes.
And 500 likes, wow. Another thing that I have to say about it is my voice is just, what's up, yo? It's the Krypto Kid.
That's cringe right there.
So that was our first ever video on Bitcoin, coin as digital money. It was faster, cheaper, easier to use. But there's this really cool feature that Bitcoin now has that's happening. Bitcoin is becoming a store of value, just like gold.
And silver.
So what that means is gold and silver, they have a steady value. They just sort of stay the same throughout time. Unlike the dollar bill, which is going down, Bitcoin is now becoming like that. It just stays in value. And lots of people invest their money into that so they can just keep their money where it is.
Check this out.
And as the price increases over a number of years and the volatility decreases, which is certainly our expectation, it's going to be better for a method of exchange. But in the meantime, it's a great store of value.
I'll say the same thing I said 6 years ago when it was at $80 a coin, which is it is the single best hedge against the traditional financial infrastructure. Whether you support fiscal and monetary policy or not, it doesn't matter. This is the schmuck insurance you have under your mattress.
This is a currency that people are starting to gravitate to as a store of value.
How can we preserve the value of of our money, right? So MicroStrategy buys $250 million in Bitcoin, calling the crypto superior to cash.
All of this is really driven by Square CEO Jack Dorsey, who of course also runs Twitter and is one of the most well-known Bitcoin advocates. Dorsey has predicted it'll become the world's single currency, as he calls it, and the currency of the internet.
Paul Tudor Jones reportedly buying Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. Jones comparing the cryptocurrency to the gold trade back in the 1970s, calling it the fastest horse in this environment.
Bitcoin today is like gold was in 1971. And so for those who are very young, in 1971, gold was $35. And with the next few years, gold ran up to $850.
To understand this more, let's go back into the olden days.
When everything was physical. Everything you've ever loved is physical. Music, toys, video games. Everything was physical you could touch. But ever since then, it just accelerated and everything is just
digitalized.
So, like, your money is digitized. Like, now it's digitized. Like, everything is digitized now. So, like, your meetings, and ever since coronavirus happened, or COVID-19, it's just accelerated that. There's more online school, online meetings, online everything. And that just all happened from the internet age and when the internet was created and the computers. And it's just gonna keep going up from then. Even like games, they used to be physical, then they became like Nintendo, like that. But now they're becoming like a community.
Like a world.
A whole world in your game. You can literally like travel infinite worlds.
It's like you're going into like a different world, like a realm.
Like your own community. Like you could have different friends from your real life friends.
Now Bitcoin has done it with money.
It's now become just a digital gold. It's as real as the pictures on your phone. It's as real as the games on your phone. Bitcoin has basically just become real hard money. As real as it can be, sound money.
That you can depend on.
Digitized. So you may be wondering, didn't we already have digital money? Well, here's the thing. Anyone can make monopoly money digital. It doesn't mean it's money you can trust, and that's why Bitcoin is hard money.
Safety analyst said that Bitcoin is the... What? Safety analyst said that Bitcoin is the hardest money that was ever invented.
Bitcoin is like financial gunpowder. It's the safest way of sending money halfway around the world, the most secure way, and it's the hardest money that we've ever invented. So it's not something that is, whether we should or want to, or whether people, we try to win people over. And this, this is why my book is not marketing for Bitcoin, because I don't think marketing for Bitcoin matters. At the end of the day, this is economic reality. The harder money will win.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember when I met the guy. Yeah, we're best friends. We are.
Yeah, not really.
Let it go, brr. So there's this meme where it's called Money Printer Go Brr. And it basically means the USA will keep printing money, but it'll just make the money that already exists less valuable. And there's not infinite money, so this is why it's a very funny meme, and we'll play it right now.
It's just like, it's gonna go.
Is the Fed just going to print money? That's literally what Congress has told us to do. There's enough cash in the financial system, and there's an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve, an infinite amount of cash at the Federal Reserve, an infinite amount of cash.
They're just like,
No, you can't just print more money.
I saved the economy.
We're trillions of dollars in debt. The debt to GDP ratio is out of control. Who's going to pay for it?
Haha. Money printer go boom.
He's just spraying it all over everywhere. It doesn't make sense when they say there's infinite money, because there's these rare items on Roblox, but if you made 1 million of them, they won't be rare anymore because everyone would have them. So it's just like, what's the point where it just doesn't become rare anymore? So like, nothing is infinite. You can't just make infinite money. It'll just stay the same value. It'll always go down in value the more you print it in. So it just doesn't make sense
because
when
you
they
just
say,
like keep copy and paste it, copy and paste. Like nothing will like be in value anymore.
like that's the point of having a limited amount. It's because it makes it rare and people like value it. So I went to Bitcoin Solutions and I saw the Zimbabwe and the Venezuelan dollar, and they just printed so much of it and made $100 trillion bill, and it just overvalued it and it just became worthless. And now that like $100 trillion bill could barely like even buy bread.
Really?
So it just went worthless because they printed so much of it and they made more money.
It literally became something and then it became nothing. So the most important thing about this video is, how do we get some Bitcoin?
That was the number one thing that anyone asks on our channel. When we live streamed the Bitcoin halving, everyone was asking us, how do I get some Bitcoin? How do I do this? Oh, we got 4 tips. So first of all, don't ask your parents to pay you in cash. Ask them to pay you in Bitcoin.
Over 2,000.
No.
What was it? What was it? Number 2, you're gonna learn how to get some Bitcoin using apps and games.
More of that in the future videos, just stay tuned. Number 3, don't waste your money on toys, video games, food. No, food. No, you still need to eat. Don't waste it on like clothes, toys, video games, because just invest it in Bitcoin, because if you make more money with that, you can still have enough to get the stuff that you wanted, plus some extra you can reinvest and make more. Number 4 is just get simple stuff. Just get the stuff that you need in life. You don't
Not that you want.
You don't need to get the fanciest new iPhone. You don't need to get the fanciest new clothes, and you don't need to be peer pressured by your friends. It doesn't matter what they think. Just start investing and just make more money, and you don't need all of that other stuff. And those are our 4 tips on how you can also grow your Bitcoin and also get some.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Since you watched it to the end,
I definitely did enjoy it. I always do. That is a very fun video.
It is. I love that video because it's like, it really shows. And actually, I've seen some of their newer stuff. They've grown up quite a bit.
Yeah.
They've grown quite a bit.
Well, you definitely know that there is some education going on in that household.
Without a doubt.
Right. I like that.
Very simply explained.
Right. Yes, it was simply explained. And I like how they put emphasis on how you can't keep printing this dollar or it will become worthless, right? And that's a problem that we're seeing now. Now, does Bitcoin have a limitation on how many can be made or is made?
Absolutely. Total of 21 million.
21 million, right. So after that 21 million is gone, no more will be made, right?
Absolutely, no more.
So it is a limited supply, and we could trust that there's no way to keep printing or copying and pasting, right?
There's no more copying and pasting. And I'm only laughing about that because, people actually try to print money and copy it off copy machines and try to pass it off as real money. So, you know, this is one of the security features of having Bitcoin because it's digital. You can't recopy digital.
Right, exactly. It's secure. And that was one of the things that they were talking about on the video as well, how safe and secure it is to send money. And the great thing about it is, you know, with Bitcoin, there are no limitations, right?
There are none.
Right, yes. So how does that work? What is the technology behind Bitcoin that moves it so fast and so securely?
I believe that's called the blockchain.
Yes, indeed, the blockchain. The blockchain has literally changed the game, hasn't it?
The blockchain does a whole lot of stuff.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But for those of you who do not know what the blockchain is, we're going to show you right now. We have a simple video that explains.
Blockchain. You got on the internet, you read a few articles or watched a few videos to figure out how it works, and now that you understand that, you're still confused. How can this technology be used in the real world? Well, let's take a look at a few examples, but before we do that, let's quickly recap what a blockchain is. In simple terms, it's a distributed database that everyone can get a copy of. Every person with a copy can add new records to this database, but they cannot change any record that's already in there. This property makes blockchains great to record data in a transparent way because everyone gets to see what's in it. So how can it be used? Well, in this video I'll give you 9 examples. Let's start with the most obvious and most popular application of blockchains, and that is cryptocurrencies. When Bitcoin launched in 2008, it allowed people to directly transact with one another without having to trust third parties like banks. Since then, over 1,600 different cryptocurrencies have been created. But let's look beyond cryptocurrencies. Let's look at how blockchain technology can be used in cars, for example. Ever heard of odometer fraud? By tampering with the odometer, someone can make a car appear to be newer and less worn out, resulting in customers paying more than what the car is actually worth. The government tries to counter this by collecting the mileage of cars when they get a safety inspection, but that's not enough. So instead, we could replace regular odometers with smart ones that are connected to the internet and frequently write the car's mileage to a blockchain. This would create a secure and digital certificate for each car. And because we use a blockchain, no one can tamper with the data and everyone can look up a vehicle's history. In fact, this is already being developed by Bosch's IoT lab, and they are currently testing it on a fleet of 100 cars in Germany and Switzerland. So blockchains are great at keeping track of things over time. So besides odometers, you can also keep track of things like intellectual property or patents, or it can even function as a notary. See, a notary is someone who can confirm and verify signatures on a legal document. But we can just as well use a blockchain for that. The online website stamp.io allows you to add documents to the Bitcoin or Ethereum blockchain. Once added, you can always prove that you created a document at a certain point in time, much like a notary, although right now blockchains aren't on the same level as notaries in a legal perspective. Another interesting application is digital voting. Right now, voting happens either on paper or on special computers that are running proprietary software. Voting on paper costs a lot of money, and electronic voting has security issues. In recent years, we've even seen countries move away from digital voting and adopting paper again because they fear that electronic voting can be tampered with and influenced by hackers. But instead of paper, we could use blockchains to cast and store votes. Such a system would be very transparent, as everyone could verify the voting count for themselves, and it would make tampering with it very difficult. The Swiss company Agora is already working on such a system, and it's going to be completely open source. But there are many challenges. First, you have to be able to identify voters without compromising their privacy. Secondly, if you allow people to vote with their own computers or phones, you have to take into account that those might be infected with malware designed to tamper with the voting process. And a final example, a system like this also has to be able to withstand denial of service attacks, because that could render the whole thing unusable. Definitely a tough nut to crack, but if it becomes reality, it could make for a more transparent and practical voting system. Let's move to yet another example, the food industry. They could use blockchain technologies to track their food products from the moment they are harvested or made to when they end up in the hands of customers. See, every year almost 500,000 people die because of foodborne diseases, and that's partly because it takes too long to isolate the food that is causing harm. Blockchains could help us to create a digital certificate for each piece of food, proving where it came from and where it has been. So if a contamination is detected, we can trace it back to its roots and instantly notify other people who bought the same batch of the bad food. Walmart and IBM are currently working on such a system. It allowed them to trace the origin of a box of mangoes in just 2 seconds compared to days or even weeks with a traditional system. A system like this could be applied to other industries as well. We could use it to track regular products and battle counterfeit goods by allowing anyone to verify whether or not the product comes from the manufacturer you think it does. Another idea would be to track packages and shipments by using blockchain. That is something that IBM and container shipping giant Maersk are working on, a decentralized ledger to help with making global trade of goods a lot more efficient. Alright, so far we've looked at ways blockchain can be used to keep track of information and verify its integrity. But blockchains can be even more powerful when we add smart contracts to them. These contracts are tiny computer programs that live on the blockchain and can perform actions when certain conditions are met. Insurance companies could use smart contracts to validate claims and calculate a payout. Or they could allow us to only pay for car insurance when we're driving, for instance. But it goes even further. With smart contracts, we can secure our own data on a blockchain. They could, for instance, allow us to store our medical records on a blockchain and only allow doctors to access them when we approve it with a digital signature. In the same fashion, you could store your personal identity on there and choose what data you want to reveal. Ordering alcohol in a bar, for instance, only requires you to prove that you're over the legal drinking age. And with smart contracts, you can deliver that proof without revealing anything else. Or think about collecting royalties for artists. A future streaming service could set up 2 smart contracts, one where users send a monthly subscription to, and one that keeps track of what the user has listened to. At the end of each month, the smart contract then automatically distributes this money to artists, based on how many times their songs have been listened to. So as you can see, blockchain technology can be used in so many different ways. This video is just a brief overview of how they can be used, and it's by no means a complete list of all the applications. That would make for a very long video, as there is so much going on in this space. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite application of blockchain technology is.
All right, pretty simple, huh?
Very simple.
Are there any questions?
No.
No questions? All right, well, let's talk about the blockchain very briefly. What are some of your favorite applications?
Let's see. I play Slotomania.
Okay.
Okay.
Like that. I
I also
like the
do
D-app.
property homes.
Interesting.
Say that again.
I also do property homes, like home decorating. You decor the home, remodeling.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I like the fact that they talked about the voting and the NFTs, getting the royalties from artists and stuff too.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Those NFTs in the music market is awesome. In fact, if you don't know, we have Rapping Krypto on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Oh man, they are doing some amazing things with these NFTs and their artists. So that is an amazing application. Any others? Okay, well, they talked about smart contracts. Smart contracts happens to be one of my favorite. And we're going to get into smart contracts. Hold on, Phil. We're going to get into smart contracts. But first, let's talk about another application that is on the blockchain that I am starting to really enjoy. And that is decentralized social media. They're becoming very popular, and being able to earn crypto just for posting things and doing the regular things that you do. And so I think that is very interesting. Is anyone else here on the decentralized social media?
Currently,
No.
I'm not, but I have heard about the one you working on, mine, and I've kind of glanced at it. I haven't gone through it that deeply though, but I've glanced at it. Mine's pretty decent.
Yes, indeed. I've been trying out a new one, Steam It. I got on and I made one post and I looked and I had already earned some crypto. So I was excited about that.
Okay.
That's awesome. I haven't tried it yet, but
I have used a decentralized text platform, which I think is really cool, which is called Signal. I like that. Signal I like.
Yes, well, I haven't heard of that one, but I'm gonna check it out. There's so many different applications. That's why I wanted to talk about them. But let's go ahead and get into smart contracts. We talked about it a little bit, but here is another video to kind of zone in onto what they are essentially.
Blockchains have their issues, but they are undeniably faster, cheaper, and more secure than many traditional systems. The inherent efficiency and security of blockchains is why large banks and governments are turning to them for innovative solutions to slow and labor-intensive bureaucracies. In 1994, Nick Szabo, a legal scholar and cryptographer, wrote about how self-executing contracts, or smart contracts, could be developed through the clever use of cryptography, digital signatures, and secure computation. Nick realized at the time the vast potential of contracts that could be created and executed digitally, an idea that we're just starting to see the beginnings of today. Smart contracts can help you exchange money, property, or anything of value in a transparent, conflict-free way, all while avoiding the services of a middleman. Ordinarily, you would go to a lawyer or the government, pay them, and wait to get an important document. To describe how a smart contract works, we can compare them to a vending machine. You simply drop your information and some cryptocurrency into the vending machine, or the smart contract, and your personalized escrow, driver's license, rental contract, or any other type of agreement drops out into your account. Not only can smart contracts define the rules and penalties around these agreements in the same way that a traditional contract does, but it can also automatically enforce them. Suppose you rent an apartment from me. You can do this through the blockchain by paying in cryptocurrency. You get a receipt, which is held in our virtual contract. I give you the digital entry key, which comes to you by a specified date. If the key doesn't come on time, the blockchain releases a refund. If I send the key before the rental date, the function holds it, releasing both the fee and key respectively when the date arrives. The system works on the if-then premise and is witnessed by hundreds of nodes in the blockchain, so you can expect a faultless delivery. If I give you the key, I'm sure to be paid. If you send a certain amount of cryptocurrency, you receive the key. The document is automatically canceled after the amount of time paid for, and the code cannot be interfered with by either of us without the other knowing, since all participants are simultaneously alerted. So let's quickly look at some of the direct benefits of using smart contracts. Autonomy. You're the one making the agreement, so there's no need to rely on a broker, lawyer, or other intermediaries to confirm. The experts have already done their work in preparing the contract's code. Savings. By removing the need for an intermediary, you save money. For instance, if you sell a home the old-fashioned way, you have to pay a real estate agent to help prepare all of the necessary documents and legal permissions. Trust. Your documents are encrypted on a shared ledger that records every transaction. There's no way someone can say they lost it, didn't read it, sent the money when they didn't, or any other number of human errors. Backup. Imagine if your bank lost your savings account. On the blockchain, each and every one of your friends has your back. Your documents are duplicated many times over and are retrievable from any other node on the network. Speed. You would ordinarily have to spend time and money to manually process paperwork and documents. Smart contracts use code to automate tasks, thereby shaving hours off of many business processes. Accuracy. Automated contracts are not only faster and cheaper, but also avoid the errors that come from manually filling out piles and piles of forms. Smart contracts are far from perfect. What if bugs get in the code? How would governments regulate disputes with such contracts? How would countries tax these smart contract transactions? What happens if I send the wrong code, or I send the right code, but my apartment is condemned before the rental date arrives? If this were the traditional contract, one of the parties could rescind it in court, but the blockchain is a different situation. The contract executes no matter what, and there's no way to revert transactions once they're completed. The list of challenges and niche technicalities goes on. Experts are trying to unravel them, but these critical issues often dissuade potential adopters from signing on. Several platforms using smart contracts already exist, like MakerDAO's decentralized lending, or the MLB's platform for buying and selling digital collectibles. The success of these platforms shows that when the issues are ironed out, smart contracts are amazing. While these may be only a couple of examples, rest assured that some of the brightest minds in technology are working on making smart contracts an everyday reality.
That was pretty simple as well. Smart contracts are pretty much the same thing as what we've already had, different applications that are running on the internet, right? But now it's on a blockchain where everything is documented and confirmed, right?
Correct.
So when they say, how would they be able to dispute these things? What are your thoughts about that, knowing what the blockchain essentially is?
Well, from what I understand, blockchain, when you do stuff, it's a one-way direction. If there's a software in place that says, if you do this, then this will happen. I don't foresee it ever going back, and when it relates to business, I don't see anyone sending back any crypto.
Right, right. But it is documented though. It'll be documented for not only the two parties that are in on the contract, but everybody else who's had a copy of that contract, right?
Correct.
Is there any questions about smart contract?
Yes, how do you obtain a smart contract?
Well, most smart contracts, you have to get in some type of way through decentralized applications. Some of them require, most of them require some type of registration.
Okay.
But it would depend on what type of smart contract that you're referring to, because not all smart contracts are written for you to get into them. There's something that you may need to access in everyday life.
Okay.
Did that answer your question?
Yes.
You could also learn how to create your own, learn the code. That'd be interesting.
Now that's something I would like to do, coding.
Yes, yes. Well, I encourage you to do so, because that's the only thing about smart contracts, right? We've already been a witness to this, that yes, if they work one time, they're going to carry themselves out perfectly every time after that. But what if there's something written in the code and you don't understand the code, right?
Right.
Right. So knowing code is actually very important, I would say. And so getting into code and learning that and teaching that, I encourage that.
What's sad is when we were in junior high school and even high school, we all had coding and we all had to create a game and everything. But then when you're not doing it on a constant basis, it's something that falls to the wayside and you forget how to do it. And now all of a sudden it's like it's needed because people created games in high school. I mean, I even had a job where you had to put medical records into the system, which was coding, except then it used punching holes in the card back then. It was so now you don't realize, you're like, I had this years ago, just forgot how to do it.
Yes. I didn't make games, but I had to take, I did some coding. I had to take a web design class when I was in college. So yes, we did get into it, but it was, I don't know, I guess technology isn't everybody's thing either.
Right.
But that's a danger in this time when money is moving to the digital space. You kind of have to know some technology, right?
Right.
All right, so before we talked about Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is not the only crypto coin or token out there. Actually, there's over 10,000, right? Some of these coins are in the position where Bitcoin was at one particular time. And we are going to talk about one of those because this particular coin we utilize in some of the smart contracts and applications on the blockchain that we're using not only here for Crypto Kidz, but in P2G networks as a whole. So let's talk about the Tron coin. We actually have a video to show some of the great partnerships and great things that are going on in the Tron ecosystem.
Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Clan. Today we'll be talking about Tron. We'll be going through Tron's use cases, its current market performance, and the latest Tron news headlines. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on for daily crypto news. So what is Tron? Tron was launched in 2017 by Justin Sun, who was a two-time recipient of the Forbes 30 Under 30 award in Asia. Tron was initially built on top of the Ethereum blockchain, whereby its native TRX token was an ERC20 coin. Tron is a blockchain system which specializes in developing and promoting decentralized finance projects. This is carried out by enabling the development of decentralized apps and smart contracts. Tron differentiates itself from blockchains such as Ethereum through its consensus mechanism, whereby it uses delegate proof of stake. Tron's delegate proof of stake consensus involves a rotating cast of 27 super representatives who are entrusted to validate transactions and maintain the system's history. Super representatives are chosen every 6 seconds and, if chosen, earn the ability to collect new TRX generated by the protocol. Blocks are added to the blockchain every 3 seconds, and those who produce a valid block are awarded 32 TRX for their efforts. A total of 336 million TRX are awarded annually. Any TRX holder can vote for super representative candidates, among which the top 27 most voted candidates will become super representatives, while the 29th to 127th will become super partners. To vote on super representatives, Tron users need a network resource called Tron Power. Users receive 1 Tron Power for every TRX they choose to lock in an account. Whilst locking TRX coins, holders are unable to use the tokens for transactions. Upon unfreezing the TRX token, users lose their Tron Power and thus their ability to vote. Tron Power cannot be traded like TRX coins. Super representatives are responsible for producing blocks and packing transactions. Super partners, on the other hand, only receive voting rewards. All super partners and super representatives have the right to raise proposals to modify parameters on the Tron network. The use of a delegate proof of stake consensus leads to Tron being able to achieve high scalability and low transaction fees. Tron is able to process 1,000 transactions per second. There are no fees associated with transactions on the Tron blockchain. This is in stark contrast to Ethereum 1.0, which can only process 15 transactions per second, and transaction fees can reach highs of $50 per transaction. The Tron network is able to create 3 blocks every second. The Tron network's core layer computes instructions written in Java and the Solidity languages, which is the dominant language on the Ethereum blockchain. The computed instructions written on these protocols are sent to the Tron virtual machine, which in turn executes actions written on the blockchain. So how has Tron performed on the market? Tron is currently the 25th ranked cryptocurrency, with a market cap of over $5.5 billion. and currently has a circulating supply of just over 71 billion coins, with a maximum supply of just over 100 billion coins. The TRX coin fluctuated in price throughout 2020, whereby its price ranged from highs of $0.035 to $0.01. TRX has experienced huge increases in price during 2021. TRX experienced its first surge in price during the February 2021 altcoin season, where the TRX coin reached a price of $0.06. This gave January 2021 TRX holders a potential 2x return on investment. TRX price went parabolic between February and April. This rise in price led to a high of $0.16 per coin. This climb in price may have led to 2020 TRX holders gaining impressive 16x returns on investment. As well as Tron's impressive fundamental features, it is currently involved in a number of exciting projects. With Tron's ethos and ultimate goal of being the underbelly for a future decentralized internet, Tron made steps towards this goal in 2018, where the blockchain network made its biggest and arguably most impressive acquisition when it bought the peer-to-peer file sharing network BitTorrent. With Tron's acquisition of BitTorrent, the network is able to share distributed data and electronic files across the internet in a decentralized manner. BitTorrent has over 100 million users and at one point accounted for 30% of the total internet traffic. In 2018, Tron partnered with the multinational conglomerate firm Samsung. This partnership led to Samsung adding support for Tron-based dApps on its Galaxy Store, with hundreds of millions of Samsung mobile phones and tablets sold around the world each year. This would give potentially hundreds of millions of customers access to Tron-based apps at a touch of a screen. Furthermore, Samsung has begun providing support to TRC10 and TRC20 applications on its built-in blockchain wallet. This will give Samsung mobile phones the capacity to receive TRX tokens. What are your thoughts on Tron? Is Tron better than Ethereum? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching and we'll see you.
I can't say that Tron is better than Ethereum, but I think it made some very intelligent decisions when moving from the Ethereum blockchain to, take on that smart contract feature. Because Ethereum was the one that actually set the party off with the smart contracts. It was actually written for that, right? And so I think that was a very, very good decision on their part. Their partnerships with BitTorrent and Samsung, I also think are amazing. And one of my most favorite things about Tron is how fast it is, right? What about y'all? What do y'all like about the Tron coin?
I agree with as far as the duality of both of them being powerful in their own right. I mean, yeah, because Ethereum is the one who came up with the smart contract. So wow, and Tron runs off of the Ethereum blockchain. So but they have independently have made some very strategic and wise moves as far as getting together with Samsung and BitTorrent and putting out their projects and they're working together that way has enabled them to be powerful.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Anyone else? Any questions or comments?
I like that. I know. Oh, go ahead.
And it's talking, sweetie. You were the one that was talking.
Oh, I just like that I know more about it this time because, like, with my Ethereum on the Forsage, I only I didn't put in that much money, but I had a whole big return. I wish I would have put in more. So now that I know more, I can play the games and stuff and actually know what I'm doing.
Right.
With it being at the lower price that it is.
Yes, yes, indeed. That's a huge advantage.
Now, to that question, and by the way, thank you for that, Miss Shelby. I'm really excited. You are definitely coming along quite a bit, young lady. Mhm. All right. So for me, that question was kind of funny. When you were like, well, what do you think? I'm like, yeah. Can y'all just imagine saying, which is better, the ground under the building or the building? It's kind of a complaint.
Grounding is important.
I'm like, wait, are you serious? Which one is he? Are we going to compare these two? The
Yeah.
ground, the foundation compared to the building? I'm gonna go with the foundation, y'all. I don't care how cute the building is. But powerfully, they're both extremely powerful. Tron is an extremely underrated coin when it comes to, because and I hate to say it, but this is that coin that's sneaking up from up around the side. And Justin's son, who is the creator of Tron, actually he really is not making a lot of noise. The last time you heard from him was when he went to lunch he paid for a couple millions of dollars for lunch with Warren Buffett. That was the last time you really heard from him. He's keeping it quiet and he's making major moves for foundation. That brother ain't joking. BitTorrent in the data age, they were already dominating silently.
Yeah.
So to have that partnership in a data transfer situation, whoo, y'all be careful. Sean gonna make some moves. People like 16 cents. Oh my God. And we're still sitting on top of Ethereum. That's why I said, the blessing is we have access to all those levels.
Right.
That's what I like.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, I had to jump in on that one. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? That's like the ground in the building. What?
Yes, indeed. All is well.
Yes. So y'all do your thing. I know Miss Chocolate got some more goodies for you. And I think Miss Shelby alluded to what we were about to talk about.
Yes, indeed, she did. Yes, she did. She definitely did. Yes, because what are we here for? Just to learn about these things and then go home and think about it? What are we here for? That's not what we're here for. We know at P2G Networks, we don't just teach. We take those things and we put them into application. And especially for Crypto Kids and family night and talking about community building, we have to have ways to build together and use these applications that we're talking about, crypto and the blockchain. So let's start with the adults, right? Knowing that cryptocurrency is rising and becoming so popular, right? How can we get in the game and build some coin? Well, I'm gonna tell you, smart contracts is the way. Another application on the blockchain that has changed lives. So I want to introduce y'all to a smart contract called Forsage, which is actually utilizing this Tron coin that we just looked at.
In the next 5 minutes, I'll show you how you can earn Tron daily, pay directly and instantly to your own Tron wallet, just like thousands of people around the world. Introducing the world's first 100% decentralized crowdfund platform programmed on a Tron smart contract called Forsage, where 100% of the income goes directly and transparently to the members of the platform with zero risk. Forsage's genius and lucrative crowdfund platform is programmed on the Tron blockchain with revolutionary smart contract technology that executes the program automatically in a decentralized way, so no admins are needed to run the platform. It's impossible for the platform creators, or anyone, to change the code and execution of the smart contract. This ensures that the crowdfund platform will keep running and there is zero risk or possibility of hacking into the smart contract or stopping the project. Unlike centralized cryptocurrency projects, the founders of Forsage never take or store members' cryptocurrency in any centralized location, so it's completely secure. 100% of all Tron payments are sent instantly and directly to the members of Forsage and stored in their personal Tron wallets, which they control with private keys. You can easily verify all of the transactions on the Tron blockchain as the platform is fully transparent. Right now, over 2,000 people are joining the Forsage crowdfund platform worldwide every single day. With Forsage's decentralized crowdfund platform, you can get started with as little as 400 Tron, and the income potential is literally unlimited. Forsage has helped thousands of people earn Tron, and some have earned millions of Tron in their first 3 to 8 weeks of getting started. Forsage has 3 programs: the X3, the X4, and X Gold. In the Forsage X3 program, there are 3 places in one line. In the Forsage X4 program, there are 2 lines. In the X Gold program, you have 30 places on 4 lines. 2 in the first line, 4 places in the second line, 8 in the third, and 16 in the fourth. When you register with Forsage, the first slot of X3 and X4 programs costs 100 TRX each, and X Gold 200 TRX. They are bought together. Separately, the first slots cannot be taken. You open all 3 programs simultaneously. All partners in your slots of the Forsage X3 program are your personally contributing partners. When you invite partners, they take places under you. The distribution of payments when filling out the slots automatically occurs as follows. The first contributing partner takes a place under you. 100% payout goes to your personal wallet. The second contributing partner takes second place below you. Payment is also instantly credited to your personal wallet. The third partner takes third place below you. You again receive 100% income, but in the form of repeat, which opens the same slot for you again, and you continue to receive income from it. Reopening the slot, you take next free place in your superior partner's slot. Accordingly, 100% for repeat is transferred to your superior. In the Forsage X4 program, partners who take 2 places below you in the first line are 2 places in the second line of the higher. A 100% payment goes to the wallet of your higher partner. You also receive income from the second line, 100% from 4 people. Of these, 3 payments go instantly to your wallet. The last payout is the closing slot, and it also makes a repeat, buying you the same slot again, and the payment of 100% is transferred to your higher partner. For members who take 2 places below you in the first line, go to your up line, or they spill over to someone else on your team. You receive 100% of the payments on the second line spots 3, 4, and 5 go to your wallet, while spot 6 reopens the slots again with empty spots, and payment goes to your upline. For Forsage X Gold, payments of 2 people in the first line go to your upline. From the second line, you get 20% from each of the 4 places. From the third line, you get 30%, and from the fourth line, you get 50% from 16 places. Thus, the total yield is 1,120% from one circle of the matrix, of which 100% is used for automatic repeat. So, last 2 payments from 4 line, 50 plus 50%, are used for repeat. In each of these programs, Forsage X3 and Forsage X4 have 15 slots that are all similar and work in the same way. Each subsequent slot is 2 times more expensive than the previous one. Both income and profits from them are twice as high. In Forsage X Gold, the order of cost by slot is different. The first one costs 200 trons, the second one costs 400, and then up to the 10th slot there is simply a doubling. And from the 10th, the most interesting levels begin, revealing the possibilities of the Forsage crowdfund platform. How many slots can be activated immediately? As much as you want. They have no expiration date, so you can't be afraid that they will burn. All active slots move and bring you revenue in parallel. There is a system in place that incentivizes members to upgrade to higher slots in the platform from the profits they already made. Otherwise, they can lose profits while you can earn extra profits. You can start with the first slot. However, just starting with one slot could lead you to lose contributions if your structure develops quickly. It's recommended to activate at least the first 3 slots at the start. This ensures good initial results. The most successful partners use strategies for starting from several slots at once. They set such an example themselves, and the partners do the same. As a result, their turnovers grow faster. Many start from 6 slots at once, some even from 9 slots or more. Forsage is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Income is not guaranteed, and if you want to earn a lot of Tron, then you need to put in the effort. Welcome to Forsage, the first ever 100% decentralized crowdfund platform.
All right, y'all. What questions do you have about Forsage?
Well, I want to, could you explain a little more about the gold section? Because I noticed, I've seen the gold a couple times and I still don't really get it.
Okay, with the gold section, what it is, well, just like the X3 and X4, when people land in your slot, you get paid, right?
Right.
Okay, well, the gold is a little bit different because it works like the X4, the community build, but there are way more slots and they're broken up into sections. That's the 20, 30, 50, right?
Okay.
And so what you're doing is you are actually getting a percentage of all of those people that are 3 places up in your upline and 3 down in your downline that fall into that section. So there are actually 32, I believe, spots in the X Gold. You only actually give up 4, the first 2 and the last 2.
Okay. Excuse me for that.
All as well. All right. So we have someone's account up, and wow, it looks nice. They've been busy.
This is account number 1.
Okay. All right. So something you should know about smart contracts. They are completely decentralized, so none of your personal information goes into the smart contract. You simply link your wallet and you enter the smart contract through the decentralized application. And so there's really only an ID number there. So we don't know exactly who this person was or who the first person was that started in a smart contract, but they got some good numbers. I see they actually utilize the system.
Normally, the first number on the board is the creator. They start the ball rolling, which I don't particularly know the creator of this smart contract per se, but this contract has held up for almost 2 full years and has been going and paying out since it started. So it never shuts off and people are still getting paid. This is actually the second rendition of this smart contract, because Miss Shelby mentioned she had this in Ethereum, and then they created it again using Tron when Ethereum's fees were too high. So can you imagine the Ethereum they earned?
Oh,
yes. Yes, I can. Actually, I've looked at that, and Exactly, because like I told people when I first got in, Ethereum was under $200.
Exactly.
And so to see it taken off, oh man, it's amazing. Especially if you have
4
some of that
grand.
shit.
Yes. Miss
Yeah.
Chocolate, come on. I was in that same space with you. And I'm like, oh my God, the power of earning extra coins, whole coins, and then, or even portions that build, and then to have the coin value go up. I mean, who doesn't want to get more coin that also goes up in value?
I know I do.
I'm looking for that. Like I'm still playing this game. I'm still on this board. My accounts are still open and I'm still inviting people. Y'all see this?
Yes, because it doesn't expire. There isn't a burning thing. You can continuously build it, or once you build it so much, you can set it and then it's passive income.
Yeah, he has approximately, let me see, last time I looked at it, that same 7235 people are in his organization. This is his sign up. See, these are personal signups, his personal. This has nothing to do with the people who invited people who invited people.
Right. But as you can see, as it goes along, a lot of those people drop off. So that's not even his total active commitment.
Thank you.
And it really doesn't take a lot with this system. We talk about the power of 3, bringing 3 partners in, because it's like a follow me system. And so you bring 3 partners in who bring 3 partners in, and that's how you build. It really only takes 3 partners, seriously. And so before we move on, Brother Alvin, did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Or did you have a more specific question?
No, that was it. I was just trying to figure out. And you explained it when you talked about the percentages. I got it.
All right.
Also, I'm going to stop the share, but before we move on, Miss Chocolate, you actually hit on a very important point. One of the factors in this is that it promotes group economics. I want to just talk to our people out there who have churches, organizations that are trying to feed people out here. It's one thing to keep donating money, and we're all running out of that. That's something that's becoming a scarce commodity. That's a resource everybody's running out of and needing. Yet this cryptocurrency grows. And then you have this where as you and some relatives and your neighbors come together and put your small amounts of money together, and you actually create this wheel of finance that then allows others to join and do the same thing. It pays out to them to share this process of growth financially together. We got to think a little further than ourselves. When it's time to play the game of life, you got to be on the board with a team. You can't be for self. And so I want to just beseech those who have churches, you have a cause, you're dealing with fundraising in the time with $1. Literally, we just got notification that the ceiling, the debt ceiling for the money we actually look at as solid has been hit and exceeded by 125%. Let's start thinking about how this alternative can work out just by learning some new tricks, some new skills. I say tricks because I'm with kids all the time, but
right. Right, but you're definitely right, and that's basically how it got to where it is now. A lot of people saw this crypto thing. There was something to it. Yeah. They saw how easy it was just to share with a couple of people, and it blew up. And there's been between the first, second, and now they have a third one. We won't get into that one yet. But between just the Ethereum and the Tron Forsage contracts, there's been billions paid out. And they've only been around for about 3 years.
And we're not talking about something else. We're talking about this very contract, not ones that are like it. This one, this particular company and creator and production for this particular coin project. I'm loving it. I'm man, when they went to Tron, you know how happy I was?
We all were.
Those fees in Ethereum was killing me. But I'm glad because Ethereum, and it speaks to the power of the Ethereum blockchain itself, what it was doing for others. It became a catalyst for others to be able to create at a smaller, see smaller amounts.
Right.
I tell people we looking at, y'all saw that coin? Right now it's like it's 8.9 cents a coin. 8.9 cents a coin. At 200 coins, you might be paying what, $3, $4? We pay maybe 12, get in, and we got all 3 levels just ready to roll.
That's right.
Ready to roll. But we have to learn to play the games we want to win. And that's why we do Krypto Kidz. I want to say we're not just a get you in the door. We have training and development support to help explain it to your relatives and your friends. That gentleman up to my left, Dawood L, that picture above my picture, Dawood L has a phenomenal trainer. That gentleman is a coach in contact and support. Seriously, has an entire group that he does, and at any age will help you speak plain language of this to your relatives and friends and see you all prosper. Because that's what teams do. We work this together.
Yes,
All of
indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Let me know when you're ready for this next.
Okay.
See, I can't be quiet. I'm all in the thing, y'all.
Yeah, I know it. Thank
Yeah.
you. I really appreciate your voice and adding value. But yes, I'm excited. If there are any questions, comments.
No questions. I'm loving it. I'm loving all of it.
All right, thank you. All right, so now that we understand that we have smart contracts for us as adults to build, we cannot forget about our babies. For a long time, they've kind of been out of the loop of the family's finances, of the building talks of income, right? But we know here at P2G Networks that the blockchain does not discriminate, and even these children can earn coin, but in a more fun way, right? So let's talk about one of those ways, and it is NFT gaming. We've actually been having a lot of fun, looking at some of these games. And this particular one that I want to show you is a farming game called Crop Bite. And we already got it in queue, so let's check it out. I hope that wasn't too fast for y'all. But there's several of y'all in here that are actually playing this game. If y'all could open up your mics and talk about your experience, because I'm excited about what this game actually is. Like I said, it's an NFT game. And so your money doesn't go anywhere. When you put it in there, you're actually putting it in there and exchanging it for assets that are backed by cryptocurrency. So it becomes part of your portfolio, right?
Absolutely. It's a great way to practice trading on a smaller scale without the volatility that you would normally have in the market, because you're not really risking anything. You're actually building on your asset. Actually building on the asset on a regular basis.
Okay, so would you say because it has that aspect added into the game that this isn't just a game for children?
Oh, it's most definitely not just a game for children.
Yes, that is a fact. This is something that children can comprehend, they can play, they can earn. But it is also something that we can all learn from, whether it be, getting into the crypto and the NFT space, the trading space, or even just learning how to build discipline. Does someone want to share their experience with the game? Who's playing?
Well, I'm still a beginner, so I'm still learning.
Yes, how's it been going for you?
Okay, I guess. I learned how to, I guess, make my own feed and stuff. What I need to learn is how to keep up with my numbers. That's what I need to learn, to keep up with track of what I'm doing and when I need to add more money or just keep up with my funds, period.
Right. Okay. Yes. Well, checking on it, making sure, because of course, you have to go back every day. You have to feed your animals. You have to take care of your crop. And so checking it, every day. But also remember, these are applications that are happening on the blockchain. So you can go into your history really and keep track of everything there. Everything is documented.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also to that, if you notice when you feed the animals, after you go through the feed, if you look to the left where it says CB, where they have your TRX listed, there's also the next time for your feeding. So you can actually go back there and you can set an alarm, which is what I do, so that I don't miss the feedings. I set the alarm to the next time that we have scheduled to feed. Or if you're growing food, you can actually set the alarm for when you got to go back and pull your crops. To that also, if you're part of the Telegram, they actually send you notifications. If you activate your notifications, then they'll go right to your phone. Your crop is ready. You're running out of feed. They send notifications like that out.
Okay, so do you mind if I share?
Yes.
Not at all. Go ahead.
It's better to have a visual. Y'all know how I am. I like everything hands-on. I'm better than I can tell you. So right now it's just loading. And what you see is the desktop version, but there's one for iOS and there's one for the G phones, for Google phones. Okay, and you can play this game. You can enjoy raising your farm, buying NFTs, and learning how the power of NFTs work. In most NFTs, when you purchase, they don't have a market for them. You have to buy them, and whatever they're at, they get bought at. Their price doesn't go up because most NFTs are individuals. These NFTs have a market to them. There's several in the game. And when you buy, say, a cow, and yes, that's what an NFT is on here. You get a cow or a chicken or a rooster or a sheep, goat, bull, horses. Those are all NFTs. And what is an NFT? It's a non-fungible token. And if I want to give you guys an example, I want you to just imagine if I bought, say, a Mickey Mantle baseball card, first edition. Can you just imagine the price when it started out, when I first bought it, compared to today? Who knows who Mickey Mantle is?
Baseball?
Yeah. Now, Alvin, you don't know who Mickey Mantle is. You're the only man in the room.
I'm like, I've heard, but
My microphone would not let me talk, but I know who he is, and that would be a great
on
card
now.
to have.
That would be a great card to have, right? First edition, out
Yes.
in premium condition. Never
With the
touch.
holographic circle.
Child don't even start. Now you bought that and you maybe got that. Can you imagine some of those that we got in a pack of bubble gum? Back in the day when they was giving you a pack of you get your pack of
Man,
cards
you get a
and
whole
bubble
pack,
gum.
you got like 4 or 5 minutes. Yes.
All right. So if you understand what those kind of values are, this is something that they built into a digital process. And those cards get sold multiple times at trade shows. Sometimes they're handled at what do they call it? Estate sales, because they're passed on because people lose property, or relatives are trying to sell off everything.
Here in Oklahoma, they have actual stores that are solely just for cards.
And I want to shout out Miss Nate, because I found out, and Miss Shelby, guess what? I found out that I need to be stepping my behind in some of these what do you call those pawn shops? Whoo, the stuff you can find in the pawn shop. I'm like, wow. And this is not to pawn, this is going shopping, y'all.
Yeah, to go buy coins. Yeah, we got to
go buy coins to get, so if you can find some really rare finds, in this case, you can turn them into a digital asset that would have much more power than they did in the physical world. Because people could own a digital proof that it belonged to them and that they could trade it fair and square with anyone for a dollar value in a cryptocurrency at the price. At the price, period, or whatever you put. Isn't that great?
It is.
To be able to set your own price. Come on, y'all. So that's how normal NFTs work. You can put them into a market and people find value for them and they'll buy them from you. But the best part is if they can see the value, they can also sell them at a higher value. Now, in this case, when you come into the game, there are several of them available. You can go to the market, go get you one. People sometimes sell in and out. They'll sell off cows or whatever. I've sold some of my NFTs. And when the price went up, now what's the key to that? When the what?
When the price goes up?
Uh-huh. Because there's what's there for me. What is there for me, y'all?
Profit.
Okay. Now I like what happens is it can be like an arbitrage. Yes, Miss Shelby remembers. It's when the price goes up, I can sell them, but can I then buy more? I can reinvest that profit, right?
Yes.
Because I was listening to Spirit Bear talk. Shout out Spirit Bear, because homeboy was telling me how he bought one. I think he bought a rooster or one of these NFTs here. And when the price went up, he sold it and bought 2 animals. 2 animals. What do animals give?
Extract.
Yeah. If you want a farm, I got to ask a question. This is for all my people who have farms or grow gardens. Anybody in here got a little garden in the back?
No.
Okay, but let's just imagine. Y'all know Old McDonald, right? We all old enough to know Old McDonald. Well, if he had chickens, what then also did he get from that?
Eggs.
Okay, if he had cows, what then also did he get from the cows?
Milk.
All right, same thing. Everything in a farm creates growth. Farmers don't just farm for the health. Trust me. They don't get out plows and tractors and all kinds of that and get up early in the morning and go lay it down in bed late at night just so they can be growing the land happily because that's what they want to do. Farming is a business if handled correctly. And everything you plant in the ground is a seed for your growth in your finances. They count that. Those seeds are seeds of their future. That is what they take to market because we eat it. Anybody eat anything came off a farm?
Of course.
Yeah.
We all do. The whole world eats farms.
Yeah.
So this farm does the same thing. It provides eggs. I didn't know feathers were a thing, but yeah, truffles. I just learned where truffles really were. It was amazing, and it was in the game, y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't know where
Isn't,
truffles came from.
isn't truffles mushrooms?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought oh, don't mind me, but I was kind of silly. I thought
A
truffles were rocks.
long time ago, I thought it was chocolate, though.
I thought it was rock. I didn't know what it was. Now, this is my farm, and I've invested quite a bit in my farm. And as you can see, I have some things that are telling me, come get me. So when you see the little, oh, my bad. Sorry, y'all. Let me get you a good view. Oh, is that better? You looking better?
Yes, there we go.
Good.
All right.
So let me get back to 100% and get us into the full screen, see if I can get this thing to work out. Come on, be nice. There we go. So right now you're looking at my farm, and whenever you see stars, that is a sign that something needs attention. And what happens is this is not the only place that I would find that out. Miss Hilda, when you start the game, there's a point in where you can turn on your notifications. Come up here where it says CB.
Yes.
So your settings, in your game settings, you can turn on your notifications, price alert.
Okay.
Here was a bit of these. I turned the sound off because let me show y'all this.
Yes, that's annoying.
It becomes very annoying after a while. It's cute in the beginning, but after a while, you be like, how do I turn this off? But it's fun. If you're showing the kids how to do it, it's fun. But I like to put the price alerts up because it helps me to keep in the market to find out when the coins are changing price and when I maybe want to sell or come in and buy something that's lower that I wanted to get. Okay, superheroes abilities. I don't have any superheroes, but okay. They're coming, by the way. And this gives you a chance to give yourself notification. Now you can invite friends and earn free crypto. I've gotten, every friend can get you up to a potential of 500 TRX per coin. I want y'all to do some math with me. This is just for inviting a friend that decides to play the game and invest in the game. So I'm gonna just ask y'all a question. At 0.089, right? So that's 500 coins for free. Just for saying, hey, come play prop rights. Then each coin is worth 5,089. I multiplied that. I hate to tell y'all this, but I'll make sure I got it. I want to make sure I got the right numbers, 0.089. It says they just gave me a free $44.50 in coin. Just for inviting people. How many people y'all want to invite?
Wow.
Anybody gonna stop inviting folks?
Nope.
Because if you know what I know, TRX turns into USD.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. TRX is cashable for USD at any time. Not that you want to do it, but I'm just saying. Dollars is dollars, however you get them. Rent is rent. That's your landlord. Okay. But this is great because now I can play and I can earn cryptocurrency. Like Miss Hilda said, now I'm gonna go click this because I get water from what would I get from a well, y'all?
Agua.
So I'm gonna collect it. And over time, give me about another 7 hours or so, I will have 10 more drops of water. It replenishes itself, y'all.
So do they have an NFT for real estate?
Yes.
Yeah, all the time. But you got to get on our advanced courses because that's where we show you how to put it down and actually how to order. Now that's a bankers club thing, and they're actually showing people how to do digital real estate. Really, where you live, you can own. Get in touch with P2G. We'll get you in the next class. Okay. I got my lifetime ticket for the bankers club. I paid for mine. You know, they got an NFT and it gives you free access all the time. Okay, so I'm just excited. I'm telling people I will promote that program because it has taught me how to manage finances at a higher level. Now, what did I just do? I got my power and they're going to refill and I'll come back and get some more. Does these belong to me?
Yes.
Yeah, this solar panel belongs to me. So I can buy it. I bought it. I can use it. I can get the power from it, which has a cash value, a coin value. So when I trade it for the coin, I go take it to the market and get some TRX for it. Or if I decide, maybe I decide, hey, that went up. I tripled my money. The price has gone up in the market for these. People are buying them and willing to pay 3 times the coin I paid for it. Can I get 3 times the coin I paid for it?
Yes, if it went up, yes.
Yeah. So I have to figure out what kind of game I'm playing. See, the thing about all of this, someone texted me earlier and said, he wasn't much of a gamer and he has no children. And I was thinking the same thing. I was like, well, that's fine. But I use these games for investments. This is an investment. Now I can play the game, or I can just buy the items and watch them go up and trade them in when it's time. It doesn't matter how you do it. The goal is to come and get your money's worth. And it's not hard to hard to start. Actually, it's a free game. This is a free game to start, and it gives you free cryptocurrency to begin to see how to play it. It also gives you free chickens. Is it time to feed the babies?
Yes.
Come on now. So he's going to come out and my farmer is going to get to work. Y'all see this? Oh, wow. Y'all saw him? He went right past it. So the hen shed is being fed. And once the hen shed is fed, look what happens.
It sparkles.
Right.
Feathers.
And there you go. Let's take a look at what I have in this shed. In this head, it says 5 hens. There's not 5 hens. I tell you right now, there's 2 P1 hens that belong to the game. These don't belong to me. I'm renting them. Or I should say I'm borrowing them. I bought the package they came in, but I can't sell them. I can only receive extracts from them. So they're making me money. I can't sell them, but they're still making me money. I bought 2 eggers. My eggers over here are also giving me eggs. So I get eggs from the hen, I get eggs from my eggers, and I get feathers from my roosters, okay? And we have to keep their health up by feeding them, okay? Every 3 days, he's gonna give me feathers. And feathers are pretty advanced in pricing. Tell me if I'm losing anybody.
Nope, you're good.
All right, so what time is it? Miss Hilda, what time you got? You with us, Miss Hilda? I think she muted. She's trying to mute.
It's 8:30.
Yes, I'm here.
What time you got, Miss Hilda?
8:33.
Thank you all. So what time do I have to feed these babies again?
Tomorrow at 8:33.
There you go. So now you know how to keep up with that. This is your shed. As soon as you feed them, you're going to find out when the next feeding is. Look, see? Next feeding in 24 hours. Okay, we don't need to buy feed. I got a pretty good amount. So I'm going to click off here and feed the rest of the farm. Because if you don't feed them, what happens if y'all don't feed the animals on your farm for real?
Their health deteriorates.
And they die, don't they? It's a little hard for a chicken that's hungry to give eggs. Cows that didn't get fed, they normally, and I've seen this, I think it was an exaggeration, but they was milking, this one farm had no food to feed their animals, this movie years ago. And he went to go milk the cow and all they got was dust.
That's not funny.
That's so wrong. That's how poor the farmer was. So right now, my farmer's at work feeding his animals, making sure that he gets wow, he really ran out there, y'all. I thought he was gonna pass it. Currently, I put the horses stable to the side because I haven't bought any horses. Okay. So if you click here, it'll say, hey, no horses in this shed, buy now. Yes, what's up? All right, so what we're gonna do is, now that I've gotten those extracts, y'all are wondering where'd they go, right? Where'd all that stuff fly off to? Uh-oh, what else is sparkling over here? I see something else sparkling. Anybody see the tree? My apple tree.
I'm gonna say your apple tree or your peach tree.
Well, it's an apple tree. And thank you. Take a look at him. You see him go? Look at him go.
He's going to get them apples.
Yes, he is. Now, don't forget, you have to water it and replant. If you leave it, now this is what happened earlier today. The reason those things are so small is because earlier I did the feeding. I took up my carrot crop and everything and forgot to replot the land. So at like noon is when I did it. I have another 12 hours before this bad boy comes up.
What a farmer.
Hey, I live in the city. We don't do this stuff. I'm still learning. All right. So I'm gonna go to where we call this. So what we got right now, all of those extracts, the things that came out of the barns as you were watching me feed them, now I can take to a very local space to trade for the game coin. The game coin is your coin of leverage within the game. It allows you to buy certain things in the game only. So you have to transfer those into the game coin, and then you sell the extracts. You sell the extracts for game coin and the game coin for TRX. Let's do it. So let's see what I got. What I got, y'all. I got 28 milk, right? Select the extracts that I'm gonna convert. I'm gonna choose all of it. I like, come on now, give me the see, it's gonna make me do this instead of giving me the keyboard. All right, you can also type it in. What I'm gonna get is 5.414 GC coin, game coins. There we go. For my 28. Milk does not have a huge value like that. So let's see what else I got. Sometimes the numbers don't switch over, but as long as you get that confirmation, you're good. I'm gonna type in 16. We're gonna go to convert. See, eggs are also a low value, but still, the more the better. Let's go back in because we got more extracts. So we did the eggs, we did the milk. Let's go down. Hey, we got truffles. Are truffles expensive?
Yep.
All right. So with 12 truffles, I got 2.9 GC coins. But then I also just got, let me open that back up. Sometimes it's a pain in the neck, but take your time because this is where you're getting your money at. This is how you extract the finances out of the game.
Yeah, wool?
Wool, because I have a sheep. So I have 6 wool, I got 0.73 GC coin of a GC coin. Let's go back in. I'm trying to get everything out of here, y'all. I'm clipping it all. I don't think I got my feather. Oh, I got 2 feathers. Uh-oh. Feathers are pretty high price too. High yield, see? 2 feathers got me 1.4. Remember 6, what was it? I had 6 wool and I had like 0.7 something. So let's keep it going. Try to get to everything on the board. And the other thing that has a good value would be power, right?
Right.
Okay, so, and you were saying you're having trouble keeping up with your numbers. We're going to take you just where you need to keep up with them. Now, once you converted all of these extracts, so you're going to be zeros, all of the zeros. The 3 is these 2 will change. It just has to register. Game is a little slow sometimes. But you got your extracts. They're going to come here. You see this? They went to here. That's how much GC coin, the balance. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take it to market, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Because I want me some TRX, y'all. TRX, what did we say? TRX cashes out to what?
Yeah.
USD. Okay. Look, let's be real. The money on the game is what? What coin is the money on the game, on this game?
GC.
No, it's not. What's the money coin on this game?
TRX.
It has to be TRX. It's the only one tradable for other coins. Can y'all trade GC for Bitcoin?
No.
Ethereum? It's the only one that can leave the game. So remember, that's your money coin. Your money coin is whatever coin can leave the game. And that GC coin can leave the game. Currently, it's not sold on any market as yet. So it's the only place you'll find this coin is in here. It's not much like we have other games we play with Krypto, and their game coin is actually being traded on open markets. This one's keeping it in-house for a little while. So today, it said I had how many coins? Let's see, how many coins do I have, GC coins? Available. Gotta be available, y'all. Go to GC. That's in the cell. So available, how many coins do I have?
It's 36.
588.
You already have a sale order in.
So this is an order. All of this right here, I have 210 coins right now sitting on an order. What am I waiting for?
For the sale to go through. Somebody to purchase.
But why is it sitting? Why is it waiting?
Because it's a limit order.
There you go. I am right now, how much is the coin worth?
1.586.
Right. So you, for one GC coin, you get 1.586 TRX coins. I don't need no stinking 1.5. I'm saying I'm waiting until the market comes in and they're giving 2.8. So I will sit and wait with my 210 coins till y'all willing to buy at that price. Has the market gone up there?
And it will come.
Has the market gone up there before?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and that's all I needed to know to tell me what my ceiling was. I'm actually 1 point below the ceiling. So if it reached up to 3.5, at least I know I'm on the way. 2.8 is on the way, right?
That's right.
That's all I need to be is in the game for something some clever body willing to do. So right now, I'm gonna do a trade. I'll trade the GCs. I'll take the 1.5 just to show you guys the sale. So I can only do the TRX I have available. Let's put in 1.5. Miss, if I'm going too fast, let me know where you got lost because I'm gonna go take you through and it'll be quick. You'll catch up. Anybody got a question as to how I got here? Cool. So, I probably get the exact price. What y'all think? Let's see if they'll fill my order. This was the last order. This is the last one above the last order. Because it was 550 before. All right, let's see. I'm gonna do 100% of what I have there. 36 coins will give me 57 coins if I get that price. So I'm gonna hit sell. I put in the price of the coin, the TRX, the current price of TRX. This is the market price. Then I put in the amount of coins I'm willing to trade in. This is how many I'm gonna get on the trade minus 0.5%. Here I go. Now I have another open offer until someone fills it. Which is more likely to be filled first?
The one you just put in.
Miss Hilda, when you want to know what your funding is and how you're moving, go straight to where your head. This I'm supposed to be a picture of me, but this is your little head. Go to your history, and I'll show you. It tells you what you deposited, what you took out, orders that you've made, everything about your account. See order history. It tells you trade history, deposit. You can see any of this stuff in its own space, but right now it has everything. This is my order history, my trade history. Watch. They'll probably even show some of the coins that are sitting. These are completing. These are completes. So I sold some GC coin. There's the water. I purchased water, purchased stuff. I purchased a lot of things on here. That was another thing. So question, what is the best way to win a Monopoly game? What should you have first?
Utility.
That's right. The one that owns the utilities always getting paid, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's the first few things. Those are the first few items you want to attain. Now, if you want to see your funds, how your funds are flowing, you see that says estimated portfolio. This is what it's worth, 15,556 TRX coins. Y'all do the math. Y'all can see the dollar amount. Of that, 991 of those still in Tron. That's still in Tron. I haven't used that. It's just sitting on the game. GC coin, I have 246 coins available, 0.43. Now, if you take the zeros, anything that has zeros, that means you don't own it. It'll only show you all of the stuff you own.
Yep.
Okay. This is how you'll be able to see exactly what you own on this platform. You'll be able to see. So I have a lot of corn seed. I bought a lot of corn seed for that. I don't know why three.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I bought a lot of corn seed.
You want to trade something to me? I'll take some just because you want to.
Not really. I'm good.
We have an agreement. We have a contract you have to share with me.
Read on the fine line. This little mini right. Corn. I have carrot seed, water. I bought water because you have to maintain everything with water.
Yep.
Everything on a farm needs water. So what's in my best interest to try to get? I have a well. What else should I try to get?
Any utility that you can.
I can get a lake.
Lake, land.
More land. But then I need more water.
Yep, more land, more water.
Let's take a look at the other balances that we hit,
I gotta check mine.
so that we can see what else is available. All right, so here's a well. I can purchase another well if I want. Adds more water to the platform. Those are NFTs. Those are little superheroes, the superhero house. This is an island. GC or a Game Coin Island. And this is a tropical
island. I like that.
GC, yep, Gill. Or Gilligan's Island too. I could also purchase a lake. Did anyone notice on my land, there's like a little man fishing in an empty pond?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the lake. That's where the lake goes.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of things. Pro milk, I believe that is something that is, they're developing gold wool, pro truffles. These are higher level NFTs that are coming to support the new rendition of Crop Bites, which will include, I should say, battles with the superheroes NFTs. Y'all see those? These guys. Super Sunny, Chichu. You can purchase these guys. Golden Sheep. What do you think the Golden Sheep is going to put out?
Golden wool.
But you can buy golden wool, right? So as this game evolves, so does the price of everything. Now, this is only one of the NFT games. It seems to be the most affordable, as well as the simplest one that you can come into and play. Very, teaching you commitment to your finances, building funding over time, also learning a little bit of trading, taking a look at the numbers. And if you'd like to practice it, we still have family practice on the weekends, on Sundays. So don't forget, get to the website and sign up for Sunday University. At least 1 hour is going to be dedicated to making our money.
That's right.
Miss Chaka, you got it, baby. Thank you guys for looking and helping me make my money tonight.
You're very welcome, and thank you as well. Okay, does everybody in the room have a Crop Bites link at least?
I haven't started yet, but yeah.
Okay, as long as you have a link. And if you're watching on YouTube, just get in touch with us, someone to get you a link.
Yep. We will get you a link.
Any questions or comment?
We'll get you Miss Chocolate's link.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well,
Wait,
that's all we have for you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just said I've enjoyed this tonight. It made more sense to me.
Yes, it's always a good time, isn't it?
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Where's
Thank
my
you. Good to
baby?
have you.
Where's my baby?
At her mama's.
Ah. Gotta get her the game.
Yes, we miss her. We can't wait till she comes back in and plays with us.
Yeah. So guys, ladies, gentlemen, want to just ask that we all remember Crypto Kidz is all of us because it's very new. Crypto and all this is new, y'all.
Right, exactly.
So we are, it's more like we should call it crypto families because
Right.
all of us are new to this and we need to play with our children and teach them new skills as we learn them, especially with finances.
Yes, indeed.
And I got to say thank you, Miss Chocolate. You've been phenomenal, lady.
Oh, you are very welcome. And thank you as well.
All right. So I'm about to say, I'm about to say good night, Mr. Thomas. You want to say your good night?
Yes, let's go play.
All right.
Good night, all.
Good night.